So for critical care, we're going to be finding that somewhere on the right side of the cabinet. A lot of times I have been keeping it right in this bin, but occasionally it is found in this drawer. And what we're going to do is go ahead and open up the critical care. And once you have it open, you'll find that there is a small scooper inside. We'll take the scooper and bring out a little bit of the critical care fine grind. Put that in the dish. One little scoop is good to start. Now at this point, we are going to go and get some water to mix into this critical care. Now, you want to be really careful with the consistency of the critical care. So what you're going to end up doing is just putting a very tiny bit in as you go until it has this consistency. So I've added just enough water to get it to be kind of almost soupy, but still a little bit thick. And you should be able to draw it up in the syringe, no problem. And it'll squirt out, you know. And you want to just kind of keep mixing the powdery stuff back down into the water, mixing it up. The next thing we're going to do is get a towel, because when we do syringe feeding, it's inherently a little bit messy, and it's a good way to hold the bunny. So now that poor little Hugo is in the bunny burrito, we're going to go ahead and start giving him some critical care that we already have mixed up right here in this bowl. I have found that Hugo definitely prefers for it to be in a smaller syringe. So I'm going to be using this 1 cc syringe, and it just requires you to count a little bit more. Just like when we were giving him the medications, we're going to go in the side of his mouth, try and tease his lip open a little bit so that it's behind his front teeth. And rabbits don't always enjoy this process. It's not always very comfortable for them. You want to go slow and make sure that the food is going in, make sure that he's swallowing. And it does take a little bit of practice, and it does take a little bit of patience, that is for sure. Good boy. I like to also try and have a little bowl of water next to me, and I can syringe feed water in between bits of critical care. I try to get at least 10 cc's, so 10 of these syringes into him at a time, so that he's getting enough nutrient, and that'll help continue to stimulate stuff to pass along his gut. So we've done about 10 cc's of critical care for him, and as you can see, it does get a little messy around his mouth, which is not something to be too worried about. He'll wipe some of that off on this towel sometimes. That's why you want the towel.